Have you seen the kids today? So sometimes the structure and the strictness should step in. I'm just saying that sometimes you have to be strict depending on the personality of the kid. Welcome to Twin Talks. I'm Nadia.
And I'm Nikki.
And today we're going to talk about a new term that I'm learning about is gentle parenting.
Gentle parenting is a parenting style that aims to promote a secure attachment between parent and child. You're looking to validate the child's emotions and teaching them how to validate your emotions. You're setting clear boundaries within trying to use conversation and empathy to get kids to do what they need to do.
Have you seen the kids today? Can't we have a little bit of both? Because sometimes the kids don't understand it sometimes. And sometimes you can say it till you're blue and they won't get it. So sometimes the structure and the strictness should step in. I'm just saying that sometimes you have to be strict depending on the personality of the kid.
One of the tenets of gentle parenting is to set clear boundaries in a much more, we're empathetic, but you're also doing it through dialogue. So let's say, for example, I have a little kid. Let's say they're 6 or 7. They keep going, mommy, mommy, come, mommy, mommy, right? Our parents would have said, would you just leave me alone? I'm busy right now.
Yeah.
Whereas this parent, a gentle parent, would say, okay, I can't give you my full undivided attention. Is this urgent? Is it something that has to be dealt with now? And then I drop what I'm doing to deal with them? Or is it something that can wait a few minutes? And that's how you say, it's urgent. And so you stop what you're doing.
It's urgent for a little bit.
No, but you know what I mean? You've let them see, you tell them, I'm really busy right now. Can this wait? Or can we deal with this in a few minutes? Then the kid knows that you're acknowledging their feeling of, wanting your attention, but you're also giving them the information saying, you know what, I'll come to you, I just need this time. So there's a boundary, but it's not going, get lost. It's not being forceful to hurt their feelings. You are putting a boundary, it's just not as harsh. It's telling them and informing them of what is actually going on and knowing that I'm coming for you, I'm coming. I'll be there in 20 minutes or I'll be there in half an hour. They're not doing what maybe some parents would do is like, do you really need me to come right now? When they get a little angry with you.
Yeah. Well,
that's not what gentle parenting is. It's telling them, you know what? I'm coming and I'm giving you realistic. I'll be there in 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever that time frame is.
Yeah.
So you can pack up what you're doing and go get them. They are the priority, but they're in on the conversation.
Yes. Can they always be on the conversation, in the conversation? Not little kids, I'm talking teenagers. Teenagers don't have the brain capacity. No, it's true, they're not fully developed yet. And sometimes a decision has to be made. They should not be in the conversation. There are certain things that there should be no negotiations on.
It is emotional intelligence because the kid needs to know that they are the priority and that they can talk to you and come to you with things.
Yeah.
The only thing that I see is a little problematic when you're looking at kids en masse. Your kid is your priority, but when you get into school and there's 30 people there, not everybody's going to sit there and gentle parent at school or out in public, right?
That's right.
They don't have time and they don't have the patience to put up with 30 little individuals who want it their way.
There are times where you have to, that the parent is the adult and they have to make the decision, and there should be no negotiations in certain issues. When we gotta go, we gotta go. That's it. So you give them the time frame, we're going in 10 minutes or whatever it is. If they don't, then to me, we gotta consequence them if they're not listening.
And sometimes you can give the why, and sometimes you can't.
They still won't hear you.
Right? Sometimes we all work in spaces where there are people who have time every time to explain the why. And then there are others who, whatever their work situation is or whatever, they simply don't have time to be explaining every single thing. Sometimes the kids just need to get up and do what they're asked.
That's the thing.
There's going to be answers, and the gentle parenting addresses the why most times,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, oh, you need a snack? Well, let's together make some snacks or show you how to do it. It's great when you have that time, because the intention of this parenting style is to bond and make sure that they're communicating through an empathic way that makes and that validates everybody's feelings. So the kids' feelings and the parents' feelings. But sometimes it can be problematic a little bit when we move it outside of the home. Sometimes though, people who don't have kids, it's no fault of their own, but they don't know what it's like 24/7, 24/7. And I love kids, but you know, I see myself even when my kids, I'm like, oh my word, like this is just too much sometimes. I just need to get stuff done sometimes, right? And you're like,
if you're a working parent, you're on a time frame, and sometimes you just have to get there at a certain time, and there's no time for why. It's because you gotta go now, that's why.
There's a lot of pressure, especially when they're little and you have someplace to go. It's not the kid's fault, but you know, at the same time, if I have to be at 9 and I've got the kid, I'm not going in the car seat, and I'm going, and it takes me 40 minutes to get there. It's very stressful, so sometimes I just have to go now. I've tried to tell you, but it's time to go. It's a good 30 minutes.
Just
like
to go
of
shopping,
just going out to the around the corner to buy toiletries if you're bringing your kids. When you don't have them,
you just jump in the
okay,
car.
I'm going out here, I gotta get it. And it's 10 minutes there and back. When you have the kids, it's a
suit
totally
boot.
suit, boot, negotiate, get in the car, blah, 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 blah. It just takes so long.
Yeah.
The gentle parenting, I think overall, the intention is good. It will work within your house. It will give them a higher self-esteem, a better attachment, but you gotta be careful. I think Nadi's right. There needs to be some consequences, because people out there, outside of your house, there's no gentleness out there.
No.
So you gotta toughen them up a little bit. So there needs to be a little bit of both.
Yes, I think so. Depending on the temperament, some of the kids need to be hard knocks sometimes.
Yeah.
I think gentle parenting is a good idea, but sometimes depending on the personality of the kid, you have to sort of say, no, this has to be done like this, and its consequences.
And you might not have the negotiation.
No.
And that's just the way it is.
Certain things
depending
you
on
don't,
certain
you're the parent,
kids.
you can't negotiate all the time.
You have to validate what it is they're saying. Also express how it is for you. At any point, if you can be a role model to mimic what you want them to do, that will work too. This has to come with patience and with time. You're getting to know your kid, and sometimes this takes a while to foster. The respect and the empathy and the compassion for each person. Not just you to the kid, but the kid to you. But it is also important, what Nadi says, in this framework, that there are boundaries that are made. This doesn't mean that you're walking around with no boundaries. You are the parent. You're allowed to put boundaries in, instead of saying, because I said so. Shut up and do it. Gentle parenting, you'll explain the why. We need to go because mommy has to go to work at this time, and that means I need to get here, and I need you to cooperate. What cooperate means is we work together to help me do it. You'll ask them just like that, and sometimes the kid will have to fit into what the adult is doing, but then the other time when they want to go out for ice cream or to go out to a play, like that means I try and help them out to get to where they want. And so they see that we're both working together to reach our goals. What I don't want people to get is, from this video, is that the parent's just here to be friends. You're still the parent. You still have the overarching authority, but you only exude the authority when it's absolutely necessary. We try and inform the kids on what's going on and work with them through talk and through strategy, and then eventually, hopefully, they'll be able to see your side, you can see their side, and you end up with a stronger attachment in the end. If you like this episode, let us know by showing your comments about what you think about gentle parenting.
Please, please, please click that like button. It really helps us out. We'll see you next time.
See you next time on Twin Talks.
Booyah!